Hey guys, today I'm filming the finale for my Project 10 Pan Fall Edition. I love my fall makeup products, but I am happy that this project is coming to an end because that means I'm going to be starting a new one. You guys will see that intro video coming up next. And I am going to start by showing you all the items that I was working on for the past month to show you guys where I currently stand with those items. The first thing is the MAC Strobe Cream Primer. I did completely use this up. This is a very glowy moisturizing primer, but as you guys know, I have oily skin, so these kind of products are not necessary for me even during the winter time. It's fine, but it doesn't do anything extra special for me, so it is not something I would purchase. The next thing I used up, I am so excited about. This was theBalm's Bahama Mama Bronzer. If you guys see my last update, I'll have my playlist linked in the cards. If you see my last update, you will see that I did have quite a bit of product left. I hit pretty significant pan, but still a bit of product left, and I completely used it up. So it started out as this little sample size, either from a Birchbox or an Ipsy my friend Sierra had gifted me. So you can see it's a very tiny pan, but boy did that last me forever. It lasted me almost the entire length of the project. I was using this to contour. I love the formula of this bronzer, but the color is a little bit too olive tone. It's a little too green on my skin. So as much as I've loved this, I've had the full size in the past, I don't think that I'll repurchase it because the undertone just isn't right with my skin, but it is really fun that I was able to use that up. And I hardly ever put cheap products in project pans because I know how difficult they are to get through, and I cannot imagine trying to even hit pan on a full-size bronzer considering how long it took me to use up that itsy bitsy sample. But regardless, I feel very excited to have that completed. The next thing I used up completely is my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Sequin. At my last update, I had just a bit around the edge there. This is an amazing shadow. It does have a metallic finish. This is a really beautiful coppery rose gold color, and it does have some silver glitters in it. I don't love the glitter, but I can look past it because the color of this is so amazing. I have tried basically every copper, every rose gold from ColourPop, and this is such a great combination of the two. It was one of the very first eyeshadows I ever bought, and this is something I definitely will repurchase. I need to work through a few others that are similar first. I had some bonus eyeshadows I threw in to set my primer, and I actually hit pan on one of them, which is crazy because I worked on this for just 1 month. So this is from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I hit pan on this shade right here, Peaches and Cream. I was using this to set the primer in my crease. This is a little too dark, a little too peachy for my skin tone, but I was able to make it work because of course it put other shadows on top of it. I am really surprised how quickly I was able to work through that, and I think it's just the formula of this particular shade because I did not have the same kind of progress with the other Too Faced shadow I was using for my other palette, which I'll show you in a little bit. But I'm really happy to see that pan, and I think this might be something that I throw in a project next year to finish up completely. And the biggest accomplishment yet, I was able to finish up both of my lipsticks. If you see the last update, you'll see I just had a little bit of product left, but I was still nervous about finishing them. So the first one is the Too Faced Creme lipstick in Country Star. It's a really beautiful peachy nude color. This was limited edition. This does have a medium to full opacity. It has a really intense glossy shine. It's very comfortable on the lips, but this wears away very, very, very quickly. I did hear in reviews that this particular shade, which was limited edition with a palette, was a lot more slippery than the shades in their permanent range. This whole line has been discontinued now, but it was great to throw into this project. I've told you before, I originally had put this in my declutter pile, but I pulled it out to use it up, and I'm happy that I did because I definitely got my money's worth now. And I was layering that over top of my NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Raquel, which is more of a pinky beige nude. I've completely used this one up as well, which you can see. This was also a very expensive lipstick. I don't get the hype of these. They are more of a between a cream and a satin finish, so they do last a decent amount of time on the lips. They aren't too drying. This was a pretty color, but nothing about this lipstick is incredible to me, so it's not something I would repurchase. It is one of the older lip products in my collection, so I'm super happy I was able to use these up. And I think that by putting this one over top of the NARS, it took away some of the lasting power because this is so slippery and shiny. But I don't love either of these colors on their own. It depends on the makeup look, but together amazing. So I'm really happy I was able to use those up. I feel super accomplished with that because those were rather pricey. So there were 2 items that I was not able to hit my goal on. The first one I threw in last month, so I wasn't expecting to hit my goal, which was to hit pan. This is from the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. This shade Extra Creamy I was using to set the primer under my brow bone. I do actually have a pretty good dip in this, and I think I'm just going to continue using this product to set the primer under my brow until I hit pan on this. I don't really have a ton of other matte whites in my collection, so I think I'll continue using this one. Not as good as the one from theBalm, but it's fine. But as you can see, I definitely didn't work through this one as quickly as the one in the Sweet Peach palette. This one is just a lot more of a firm, stiff formula, which is fine with me either way. But happy I was able to make some progress on that. And then the other item that I told you guys last month I didn't expect to hit my goal on. This is Isabel from the Anastasia Master Palette by Mario. I wanted to hit pan. I don't even really have much of a dip in it, and that's because I was just using this as an outer corner color. I absolutely love this shade. This is an amazing, stunning palette, so I'm not sad I didn't hit pan on this. I did make some great progress, and I was able to do a really good job with this project overall, so I am happy with the progress that I made. So really quickly, I will run through all of the other items I had included in this project, let you know whether I would repurchase them or not. If you want more in-depth thoughts, check out my other updates. And I used up so many things in this project, which is great. This is the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. It balled up on my skin weird. It didn't really do anything for pores or to mattify me, so I would not repurchase that. Then I have the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It gives a little bit of moisture, a little bit of glow, but it's a very subtle product. I don't know why people love this one so much. I hated this one, but this one was just okay. I had also used up the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 10. Love this formula, great coverage. It has a really nice satin finish for my skin type, and I also love this color. It is very yellow tone. Love it for giving more coverage on my cheeks, so this is something that I will repurchase. Then I used up this little deluxe sample size of the CoverFx Translucent Light Loose Setting Powder. Made my under eyes feel really tight, so this is not something I would repurchase. Then I had a deluxe sample size of the Benefit Kabrow Pomade in the shade number 1. I have already purchased this in the full size. I really enjoy the formula and the color of this product, so I would definitely recommend that. I did completely use up ColourPop Full Zip. This was just a matte cream shadow. This is the little mini pan from the Yes Please palette. Enjoyed it, but if I'm gonna buy a single shadow that's a matte cream, I'm gonna buy Wet n Wild Brulee. I completely used up Foxy from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. This was also a matte cream with more of a strong yellow undertone. Used it to set my primer. Again, I would not buy this individually because it's what, $20? No, not necessary, but it was a good shadow, and I was surprised how quickly I was able to run through that because I haven't tried to pan Urban Decay shadows before. From the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, I did hit pan on Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I used this for my crease color and this for my transition color. Beautiful shades. I love this palette. I love those two. Absolutely would repurchase this palette. I would repurchase Burnt Orange as a single. Unfortunately, Raw Sienna is not sold as a single, or else I would repurchase that one as well. I also hit pan on the Make a Geek Shadow in Frappe. This is such a cool transition crease color for me because this does have a little bit of pinky tone, but also orangey tones in it as well. Love Makeup Geek eyeshadows in general, and this is definitely a great one that I recommend. I used up a deluxe size sample of the Tarte Tarteist lip liner in the shade Latergram. It was a terracotta nude shade. This formula is very, very dry. It breaks off if you roll up too much. Much prefer the ColourPop formula. I also attempted to use up the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Driver's Seat, which is also more of a terracotta burnt orange color, and it dried up completely. I was only able to use it a couple times, which is a huge bummer, so I can't really say that I used this one up. I did use it several times, but it actually dried up. So guys, those are all of the items that I was able to finish and make progress on during this project. I feel very accomplished, and I would love to know your thoughts if you tried out any of these products in the comments down below. I would also love to know if you are currently doing any project pans, and I am very excited for all of my 2019 project pans that I am having in the works. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.